Many people are going through a tough time, more like a crisis period because of this coronavirus. Let's get into how to deal with such hardship and crisis moments in life. When you have malls closed, restaurants almost completely closed, people can't go to work because of such a situation. They have to work from home or they have no job, they have no work. Basically, it's like house arrest, but it's not house arrest. These days, everything is closed, or nearly, just about. How can we deal with such a situation without mentally breaking down? Here are a few tips from my understanding, which I think may be beneficial to you all. These days, just about everything appears to be closing. Now, what can we do to deal with such a situation where mentally it feels like we're on house arrest and we almost can't go anywhere? Here are a few tips from my understanding which I think might be beneficial to you all. Tip number 1, call a timeout on your life and look at what you have in front of you. Basically, have an understanding of the situation without thinking too much about it. Just understand what is happening. It's like the malls are closing, the restaurants are closing, basically everything's closing. Now, once we know that things are closing and what's closing, then we can learn to deal with it effectively. Tip number 2, practice responsibility, which means your ability to respond. So you should know that you have an ability to respond at many levels: physically, mentally, emotionally. Tip number 3, take this time you have to develop skills, either strengthening old skills or developing new ones. You can do this with any skill. Tip number 4, change your perspective, which means like before you perceived the world as all sorts of countries, all sorts of places. Now try to perceive the world as your home. Basically, you're opening up your mind in that space. You're seeing the infinite opportunities, potential, possibilities in that space. So start to see everything in a new light in this way. Freedom is always yours. Once you are clear about what you want, then you can begin to take creative steps or create creative steps to accomplish those goals. Practice using the law of attraction. The law of attraction basically is an empty bowl given to you. Whatever you put into it grows or manifests. So, if you want to manifest love, you put love, the thought of love, into that bowl and keep flowering it, paying attention to it. If you want more money, then you put money into that bowl. Then you keep thinking about it and feeling good about it. Then you have money. Same with every aspect of life. Whatever you pay attention to grows, is the concept. We usually do not think about the power of our thoughts. Think of the things which you want to achieve in your life after this lockdown and enjoy the feeling of having those things now. Then you are bringing this reality into your life, sprinting towards you. The better you feel about your life, the better life gets. Tip number 5, connect to God. Think of God. Read your holy scriptures for your religion, whichever you believe. Then start to think about God, contemplate upon the idea, the concept. And you can also repeat the name of God again and again to strengthen your connection with God. And this can give you more of a positive perspective upon life, blessings. Tip number 6, take a walk in nature. This is very good for your mental health and, of course, your physical.